too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold, maybe.
That's Prince singing the #1 song on the charts right now from his new movie, Purple Rain. And Prince's movie debut is one of the things we're going to be discussing this week on At the Movies, the movie review program. Joining me here in the balcony is Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
And this is Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times. In addition to Purple Rain, we'll also be taking a look at a new family drama from Australia called Careful He Might Hear You. Also, Ingmar Bergman's latest film about a director and 2 actresses. And we'll also take a closer look at the rock star Prince in our special X-ray segment at the end of the show. But first, Roger begins with a science fiction adventure film called The Philadelphia Experiment. Coming up next at the movies, one of the nation's leading rock stars makes his feature film debut.
Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat, the heat between me and you.
Purple Rain is an exciting new film representing the film debut of the rock star Prince, who hasn't achieved the same level of public recognition as, say, Michael Jackson, but the same talent is there, that's for sure. Prince just plays outside of the pop musical mainstream. He's more of a hard rocker mixed with blues and jazz influences. And in Purple Rain, Prince plays a character pretty much like himself, a young musician from Minneapolis who is cut off from everything in his life except his music. But then a beautiful young woman walks into his life, and he romances her while she asks him to help her with her career.
Will you help me?
Nope.
Pardon me?
Nope. Want to know why?
Nope.
Because you wouldn't pass the initiation.
What initiation?
Well, for starters, you have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
What?
You have to purify yourself in Lake Minnetonka. Hey, wait a minute, that's...
That's not Lake Minnetonka, is what he wanted to tell her. There's a little game being played there. Apollonia Cotero is her name, and she's as impressive in this film as he is. Purple Rain is about their relationship, and there's a terrific love triangle in this film between the 2 of them and another male musician, a very hip character played by another real-life rock performer, Morris Day, and I think he's an excellent actor, and I'd like to see him do another movie sometime. And all the while, Prince performs his music in a local club, music that has a lot to do with pain and self-discovery.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. Only want to see you
And when he works out with his guitar, you can see a lot of Jimi Hendrix in his work. And his performances don't come across as just mindless music videos in this film. They work dramatically within this movie, a story of a young kid who expresses his rage and confusion artistically. And some of his rage has to do with his family background, which includes a father who's a wife-beater. I thoroughly enjoyed Purple Rain. A lot of fresh, young talent in this film. Very good.
I thought it was the best rock film since Pink Floyd The Wall. I thought it was really good. I thought Prince was good. Apollonia Cotero, I'm only a human being. Can I be human for a second? I thought she was electrifying. I thought that their scenes together were the most erotic love scenes that I've seen in a movie in a long time. I thought she was good on stage. His music is good. The photography is good. The way that they balance that fantastic stage presence with those intense little vignettes that push the story ahead, each one not too long, makes it into a really interesting movie.
I think this film, I'll go even a little further, I think this film ought to be studied for the way it uses music dramatically. In other words, there has been this whole thing showing of these little insert music videos, which are mindless. They just snapshots, and you just throw them in the middle of the film, and everyone sort of gives up and doesn't try. This film is very sophisticated in the way it has these. There's no dialogue. They are music videos, I suppose, by definition, but they move the story along. They're adding new information about his family background, about his little secret lair, his little hideout, the way that's introduced non-verbally. He doesn't say, I have this little hideout, I want to take you to it.
But there it is.
It's done there, and it's very, very well directed.
One of the best combinations I've ever seen of rock music and dramatic information. And we're going to get back to Prince and our X-ray at the end of the show. But coming up right next at the movies, a little boy is trapped between love and money. Next at the movies, a special X-ray segment about Prince, who was great, we already said so, in Purple Rain. But how does his future look compared to other rock and pop movie actors like Jagger, Boy, and Christopherson?
Okay, what's so great about summer?
It's hot, she's not. Definitely Doritos, high five. Hand drive, definitely Doritos. This is the Doritos. Move fast, add that. New speeds, heartbeats, definitely. Now, right now, that's it. Don't miss Doritos.
So, nacho cheese Doritos brand tortilla chips.
Definitely.
In a world where personal service is rare, there is an airline, Jet America, that makes you feel at home when you're flying to the West Coast. With comfortable surroundings, friendly, helpful people, low fares and convenient schedules to Los Angeles or Oakland. Fly home, fly Jet America, and discover how nice a little attention can be. Call Jet America or your travel agent.
Yeah, what a send-off.
You let your joy show in the things you do, so let our joy flow. Watch that shine come through, you'll see your plates glow. People notice them too, our joy's a reason.
Watch, other leading brands can dry leaving dirty-looking spots. Only Joy's Lemon Fresh formula lets dishes dry clean, practically spot-free, down to the shine.
Our joy's a reason, let your joy show.
Burger King presents a breakfast challenge to muffin lovers, the Burger King Croissant Sandwich. See if you can resist our grade A eggs covered with melted cheese, our sizzling bacon, tender ham, or sausage. Come on, muffin lovers, take just a nibble of the most delicious breakfast sandwich imaginable.
Aren't you hungry? Aren't you hungry?
The Burger King Croissant Sandwich. Even for a confirmed muffin lover, it's love at first bite.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Today's X-ray subject, Prince. We've already said that Prince is very good in his movie debut in Purple Rain, but what kind of a movie career can he look forward to? You can make a whole list of singers who became movie stars, from Crosby and Sinatra to Jagger, Boy, and Christopherson, and at one point or another they've all had to decide what comes first, singing or acting. Mick Jagger tried serious acting for the first time in the 1970 movie Performance, where he played a criminal outcast. David Bowie did the usual concert films, but he also played serious roles like his prisoner of war in Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Chris Christopherson is probably the most successful of the modern actor-singers. Here he is in 1976's A Star is Born. And now, what about Prince? Purple Rain is a skillful, exciting, personal film, but can he play other roles, other kinds of people? I think he can. I think he has the stuff. I thought he was very strong in the movie's dramatic scenes. He was willing to take chances. I mean, how many big rock stars would play a character who still lives at home? And yet, it worked.
I think he's very good, too. And I think basically what we're doing in this X-ray is just saying to this guy, do more. I read in his press notices that he may want to direct his next picture, and I'd say, wait. Give us another performance before you try directing. Let's recap our reactions to the films in the show. Both Roger and I hated the sci-fi film The Philadelphia Experiment, 2 downturned thumbs, 2 thumbs up for Purple Rain, featuring Prince, and 2 negative votes for Careful He Might Hear You, the Australian family drama, and we split on Ingmar Bergman's film After the Rehearsal.
So that's it for this week. Next week, a special show on movies that change the movies. And until then, we'll see you at the movies.